You mentioned universal credit, and obviously the change in the taper goes some way. But I think the Resolution Foundation shows that 75% of 4.4 million households on universal credit will still be worse off following the £20 a week cut, even after the measures you've taken. So what was it that really tipped the balance from the point of view of the Treasury to say that the national income was sufficient not to keep that £20 uplift?
We put a bunch of interventions in place during coronavirus. We had the furlough program. We don't have that anymore, and comparing the situation now to someone who was furloughed probably wouldn't be appropriate either. And the temporary universal credit uplift is part of those interventions. Ditto on things like business rates or support for businesses. So that was put in place for a particular time. We had a welfare system that existed before coronavirus that there were no plans to change. We did something temporarily. That has come to an end. But going forward, we want to ensure that work pays. We want to encourage people into work, for those people in work to be rewarded for that work. It's important to me, it's important to the government that we do that.
But it does leave quite a large number of people, essentially £20 a week, worse off because...
But you could compare, there's many people who were on furlough, not having to work and earning 80%. There were businesses that had to pay no business rates and were receiving cash from the government. We can compare lots of things that were in place during coronavirus to next year and say, well, they were different. Well, of course they were. These were things that we put in place during a pandemic. We're no longer in the pandemic, and now we're moving forward with policy that supports creation of jobs, and actually our plan for jobs has been, in the OBR's words, remarkably successful in ensuring that far fewer people are out of work than we feared. Job vacancies are at a record high, so that bit is working really well. And what the cut to universal credit does is just make sure that work really pays, and that, I think, is the right economic policy at this time.